I can't believe it. Will's been gone for a whole month and he's not making a video about how school just ended. What's going on, everybody? My name is Will McPhail, and today I'm gonna be opening up about how crazy these past 4 months have been for me personally. A lot of the stuff that's been going on, like me just questioning my own faith, my own sexuality, my own identity as a whole. I'm just gonna be breaking it all down in this video because I feel like it's a good thing to be brutally honest with people and just be brutally honest with yourself. And in order to be brutally honest with yourself, sometimes you got to be brutally honest with the people around you. So that's my goal today in this video. So about 4 months ago, I was at a very dark spot. I thought so many other people were better than me. I thought of myself as a disposable, basically. I thought I was worthless. I thought I was just like a side character to everybody. And that type of mindset was causing me to get like downward spiral, because when you feel like a side character to everybody, you're basically just saying you're worthless. Like you don't even think you're the main character in your life. And I feel like in order to have self-worth, like you must like picture yourself as that, like a main character in your own life. Well, maybe I won't go there, because I feel like a lot of people who picture themselves as the main character in their own life probably don't have the most self-worth, because they're not able to confront their own demons while they're picturing themselves as like this huge, larger than life character. So I'd sort of argue against that, actually. But point is, I thought of myself as a disposable, and this was causing me to get into a really dark spot mentally. And I ended up, and there was this one night where I really just wanted to hurt myself. And it was sort of like one of the darkest nights of my life. However, after that night, things started to get a lot better. And the rest of February was actually pretty chill after that. And here comes March, which is honestly the month where sort of everything changed in my entire life, I'm not gonna lie. I really wanted, like at the time, I sort of really wanted to paint my nails black, which obviously they're not painted black now, but they were a couple of weeks ago. Actually, in the last video I did, which was about, you know who. I really wanted to paint my nails black, and I remember talking to someone about it, and like they were really encouraging me. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna do it. Fuck the haters. I wanna be my own self. I'm gonna do it. And I sort of just like started fearing a lot that I would go to school and everybody would be like, hey, look at that faggot over there. He's got his nails painted and shit. Like, fuck him. I sort of worried it would be like that. However, it didn't. I feel like a lot of people thought it was cool. A lot of people praised me for it, which I'm not trying to be that type of guy that's like, oh, everybody loved me. No, I'm not trying to be like that. It was the truth. And it was really refreshing to me. It made me feel very good. However, I feel like after a couple days, I removed them because I was like, this isn't me, bro. And that starts the whole war with myself here, the war with my identity, I guess. We're in March, right? So this is the month where it really just sort of starts to come up for me. And you guys know, this is the topic you guys are all been waiting for. My fucking sexuality. So it starts happening in like mid-March. I remember I was Snapchatting this one dude, and all of a sudden I start feeling very attracted to him out of nowhere. And I'm like, where the fuck is this coming from? Like, I'm a straight ass dude, what the fuck? And I really start getting pissed on myself. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I was wondering, am I sleep deprived? Am I going through like some random daydream? Am I dreaming right now? But I wasn't. It was just a natural feeling. And it felt like and the weird thing about it is that it just felt so natural too. I just said natural feeling. It felt like the same, like, you know, a lot of people in my audience are straight, obviously. It's like the same thing as loving a woman. Just like seeing a woman, you're like, damn, that's a hot ass babe over there. For example, like that. It felt like that same thing, but with this dude. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, happening with a dude. Seems a little crazy. But no, that shit just kept happening. And I opened up to a couple people about it in April, until that shit just became widespread news, which, you know, is bound to happen, telling people, and then they tell people who are widespread rumor people, like who spread rumors like wildfire, you know. Some person got news of that, and it just went everywhere. And it was a bit much at the time because I was not really ready for that type of thing. I hadn't become comfortable in my skin yet. So it felt like a lot at once. And then obviously, you know what happened. You know what? Let's get to May right now. And beginning of May, I have 3 words to say. Fuck. Nobody likes him. Literally, he only has 3 friends. What the fuck's he gonna do to me for saying that? No, we don't fuck with weirdos, alright? Anyways, May. I decided to tell everybody I'm straight again. Like, just being in a war with myself, right? I'm straight again. Being at a war with my sexuality. You say that type of shit when you truly are gay or bi or whatever. Because you're at a war with it. You don't want people to think of you as that. You want people to think of you as this other version of yourself, and that's where I was. I wanted people to think of me as the version of myself I was a year ago. But then I look back at that and I'm like, bro, a year ago I was a fucking loser. I don't want to be like that kid again. I mean, I wouldn't say I was a loser, but it's like I was homophobic. I was afraid to express myself. Like, I was afraid to even have any feminine energy at all. Like, thinking of myself now, like, I'm fucking wearing eyeliner, dude. And I paint my nails like, dude, like, if you showed me this version of myself a year ago, I would have been like, that's a fucking faggot right there. Like, I would not have liked that. And I think it's interesting I'm recording this in June because the two main topics of this month resonate with me so much. Like with Pride Month, first of all, this is my first time celebrating Pride Month. So that's like sort of new to me, but it feels like a very celebratory thing at this time. For me at least. And I feel like a lot of people in the community too. Same thing with Men's Mental Health Month, which this is my second time fully embracing that month. First time was last year. Because I've always been through a lot mentally. And my mental journey is still ongoing. And with every man who's struggling with mental illness, it's still ongoing. And listen, we gotta be a brotherhood. We gotta stick together. If we stick together, we will get through this. That's the thing about men's mental health. We just gotta stay together. And I guess as of recent, I've sort of been struggling with social anxiety. It's like I'll go into some public spaces or like even be outside and I'll just worry something's gonna happen to me. And it's the same thing with paranoia and like sleep deprivation, which I was struggling with a couple weeks ago, which was causing me to become a crazy person. I'll say that. I was making a lot of bad decisions. Y'all know about Project F. I'll see you guys later. This was a great talk. Bye. I'm so fucked. I don't know how to end this. All right, bye.